I'm Evelyn. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today we are building another... Wait, what? We're building a tiny house. Okay, sorry. I'm looking at my floor plan picture right now and it looks really odd. I always have my floor plans up on my other monitor when I'm doing voiceovers, just so I can keep track of where we are in the build and talk about it and stuff, even though I go on rants. But anyway, the thought is there, like, I have thought about talking about the build. That's the important part, right? But anyway, so I'm looking at it and essentially this is like a little A-frame house. It's a tiny house. I think it counts as a small home just because I had to play around with some platforms to make everything work and stuff. Also, ceilings have a tendency to disappear in the game for some reason, so I had to fix that by placing down a room on top of the actual room to make a ceiling. It's a whole thing. I don't know why that keeps happening, but it does. So anyway, my point is, I'm looking at the picture from above, and we placed like a pond down by the left side of the house, and for some reason the texture in the pond is like cut off. I don't know why that is. You can see it on the floor plan picture at the very end of the video, if you remember it, at least when we get to it, but it looks so odd. Like there's just like a line going through the pond where the texture is cut, and then what's going on with that? It looks so weird. But anyway, it's another wintry kind of house. I've just been feeling like building these lately. I think it has something to do with the fact that it's like really cold outside right now. And by really cold, I mean like a couple of minus degrees or something, Celsius for the Americans out there. But yeah, it feels cold. So our Christmas is gonna be weird. So our Christmas is on the 24th, and not yesterday, Thursday, I went out for a walk with my dad and my brother, and I'm like, I desperately want snow on Christmas Eve, even though it means that I have to drive home in it. I don't care. Listen, I have been driving in the middle of the night on my way to Paris at 5 a.m. and suddenly we got hit by this, like, out of the blue, there was a snowstorm. It was so weird, couldn't see anything, and yeah, but we got through it. So now I'm like, if I can get through that, I can drive through anything. So I don't care. I want snow on the 24th because it's just cozy, it's nice. It's comfortable. Well, it's comfortable if you're inside. Not so much if you're outside. But, I mean, it depends a little bit. But it could just be really nice to have, snow, okay? But we were looking at the weather forecast for the 24th just to, see what we're dealing with. And it looked like it was going to be thunder, which, what? On the 24th of December? Thunder. I have never in my life, never heard of thunder in December before. Well, I probably have, but like it's never happened on Christmas Eve before. So that's weird. I think it might have been updated by now to not say thunder, but I'm not really sure. That was just a whole freak out moment. Weird, super weird. But other than that, it's pretty cold outside right now. If I look out the window, it looks a little bit white as well. It's mainly because of ice, it's not snow. So I've just been feeling like building these houses because it matches what I see outside my window these days. I will be building something next week that is not going to be wintry, so don't worry about that. But I think tomorrow's build, if I manage to finish it in time, because I am going out tonight, or not going out. That sounds like I'm going out like clubbing and stuff. No. So I am going to a fun park with one of my friends. We're not gonna go on any of the attractions or anything. We're just going there to look at lights, basically, and also to eat together. And it's just gonna be like a chill, cozy time. But I'm gone for a couple of hours, and yeah, so I might not get the build ready for tomorrow, but I'm gonna work towards it, and it'll be another wintry one. And then next week we're gonna do some other ones, and then of course I got plans to do a Christmas house as well because I need to build like a family home that is decorated, all decked up for Christmas. And I don't know, I have like an image in my head of how I want to decorate everything already, so that's for sure gonna happen, but it'll be later next week. Before the 24th though, because I don't know, people don't want to, like, I don't want to release videos on Christmas Eve and people don't want to watch videos on Christmas Eve, so before the 24th. I'm gonna take a couple of days off over Christmas, although I've already been taking a lot of time off this month, but Like I mentioned in my last video, I think it was, just been in a weird headspace. Like, I know I don't know, we don't want to talk about it because I say we, but like, why would you want to listen to me write about it? And I don't want to talk about it either. Just been a little bit of a weird headspace. So yeah, things have been going slow and I've just not been motivated to do much, and that's how it is, but trying to catch up a little bit here. So surely some of you understand that it's a bit hard to sit down and feel like creating stuff when you're just not in a right headspace, right? So yeah, been dealing a little bit with that throughout December, but feels a bit better now. We'll see over the next couple of days. But super excited for Christmas being just around the corner though. 24th. And I know that counts for a lot of fellow Europeans as well, that we celebrate on the 24th. Oh, by the way, actually okay, so that was a lot of stuttery. Anyway, on my, as you can probably see here I think this is a cottage, an A-frame cottage. I would call it a cottage. So we're going for like, because I couldn't get rid of the blue. I thought the blue would look super cool with white roofing, which is essentially what's going to happen when the house is covered in snow. And I just liked like the mix of this blue. It's almost like a teal actually. There's a little bit of green in it. I like the mixture of that color with brown as well. So I had to bring it into the house as well because this is technically not a room, as you can see on the lighting as well. It's technically still outdoors, although not covered in snow when you're in gameplay, so don't worry about that. Did check it. Also did place down a thermostat, so that should be working as well. But at least my sim wasn't cold or anything when she was inside the house. It just is like, because it's made out of roofing pieces, you can't change the roofing piece color because that'll affect the outdoors. It's a whole thing. So we're bringing the color inside of the house, but I kind of like it still. I like the teal with the brown, and then making everything very cozy and warm and comfortable and just nice, and you know, those feels. That's what I want to do in this house. So that's what I'm trying to do. I was about to say before I went down that rant that I talked to my mods on my Discord server. I have two Dutch mods, so Heinen and Kim. But they, because in Holland, I keep calling it Holland. In the Netherlands, we call it Holland in Danish, so I can't anyway. Because it doesn't necessarily sound like a Danish word, so I just bring it over into English. It's a whole thing. But they do like Christmas, or not Christmas, Sinterklaas thing on the 6th instead. But I also said Merry Sinterklaas, and they were like, you don't really have to do that. But anyway, for fellow Dutchies, not fellow Dutchies because I'm not Dutch, but for other Dutchies out there, Merry Sinterklaas. See, now I did it anyway. Yeah, you can't stop me. I always thought it was very interesting seeing how different people around the world celebrate the same kind of tradition, essentially, because Christmas is it's not a universal thing because not everybody does Christmas, but it's still a pretty big thing. Like, it's a big tradition, and it's just funny seeing how different it is from place to place. So, I don't know. Also because I have a lot of family abroad as well, and they do it differently too. And, like, I have family in Italy. They do it differently from we do. As far as, I don't really know if this is like an Italian thing or if it's just my family down there, but they eat a lot of fish as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, because, I don't know, it might just be them. We don't do fish here. No. But it surprised me because we celebrated Christmas with them one year, and they were just like, they were demanding that we had fish, and everybody was like, no, I don't think so. Nobody wanted fish Christmas Eve. So that was the whole thing, but yeah, it solved itself. Everything was fine. I should probably save this talk for the Christmas build next month. Next month? What? A little bit late. Okay, next week. But why did I say that? Okay, but I recalled there was one. Oh, right. I forgot that you walk in on the left side of the shower stalls, the shower stall and bathtub combinations. I thought yeah, I misremembered. So this whole like L-shaped bathroom kind of was a little bit ruined, but it did mean that I could place down both a sink and a toilet in the bathroom because I had initially planned to just place down the toilet and then they could just use the sink in the kitchen. But because the shower stall and bathtub combo didn't work because I forgot which side you walk into it or you enter it. Yeah, that's just, it's fine. I did a dum-dum, it's all good. But I was about to ask if you guys have had any like fun stories from Christmas time. Like we had a year where my grandma wanted to do Diet Christmas, so she was in charge of doing all the shopping and hadn't told us about it. Any of us, like no, none of the grown-ups or anything. I was a kid at the time. And so when they started cooking on the 24th, and like this is in the countryside, so you can't just go buy new food. Like it's not possible because the shops are closed, or at least they were back then. I don't know how it is now, but they were back then. Makes it seem like I'm like super old, but that's fine, whatever. Maybe I am super old. So, but she was really, really set on having a diet Christmas with like a ton of kids there too. And so that was an interesting surprise when we started eating. Like, okay. We also had a year because she had a dog as well that wasn't the most well brought up dog. Like, it was not trained that well. And there was a time one year where nobody was keeping an eye on the dog. I think everyone was outside the kitchen or something, and we were supposed to keep the door closed to the kitchen. I was one of the kids. I was just playing that year, so like I don't know what happened exactly, but it turns out seemingly one of the grown-ups forgot to close the door, and the dog got into the kitchen and ate the whole or not ate, it took the whole, was it the duck or was it the other one? I can't remember. It was like one of the big meat pieces, you know, one of the big parts of the dinner. So that was the thing as well. That happened. And then we had another year also at my grandma's where we do this like, I don't know what it's called in English, but we call it rice porridge in Danish. It's like boiled, I don't remember how to make it, so I can't really, it's like rice boiled in milk essentially. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a little bit more complicated than that, but anyway. And we had like, I think my dad was actually in charge of it that year, but for some reason some of the Italians didn't, that's what we call them by the way, the Italians, just my family down there, but they didn't really trust my dad would salt it properly, so they took turns salting it without actually tasting the porridge. And so when it finally was served, it was completely oversalted because 4 different people or something, 3 or 4 different people had gone to put salt in the porridge. I don't know. Listen, my family is chaotic, okay? Now you know. But if you have any stories, let me know because I'd love to hear you out. Honestly, I think Christmas stories like that are quite funny. Like, it's stuff we only laugh about now. I think in the moment, you are a little bit angry, but then, or I wasn't because I was a kid, but the grown-ups were. But it, like, blows over pretty quickly, and now it's just fun memories, essentially. So let me know. But anyway, we are at the end of the video in a second, so I'm gonna wrap up this voiceover. You can see the full build covered in snow at the during the screenshots, so if you want to see that, stick around for a little bit. But if you like the house, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, the trade files can be found over on my Patreon, which will be linked to in the description box as well as in the pinned comment. And you can also find a link to my booktube channel in the pinned comment as well. But that's all I got for you guys today, so I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
It's a Saturday night. You look like $1,000,000 wearing that dress I like. You're smiling, but there's something missing in your eyes. Girl, I can tell that you have something on your mind. But I will make you forget all your sorrows. Let go like there's no tomorrow. Let's have a drink, just relax, all your problems will fade. If you're ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the good vibes, I know you're all about the good vibes. Do you know how much I love you, wanna see you smile? Where's that happy girl that I know with a heart?